let's together look at example 4. The question is find the amplitude, period, and also phase shift, hence sketch the graph. So this is the question. Y equal to 3 over 4 cos in bracket is 2x plus 2 pi over 3. So first of all, let us compare with the general equation of cos. Y equal to a cos bx minus c. So as usual, let's find the amplitude first. Amplitude A is equal to modulus A. So this is our amplitude 3 over 4. So the highest y coordinate is 3 over 4. The lowest one is minus 3 over 4. So the period t is equal to 2 pi over modulus b. So b is the coefficient of the x here. So this is 2. So 2 pi over 2, this is equal to pi. So our period later on will be equal to pi. Next, let's see the phase shift, which is c over b. If you don't want to memorize c over b, doesn't matter. You can just solve this, okay? So let me show you how to solve. 2x plus 2 pi over 3, this is equal to 0. So 2x is equal to minus 2 pi over 3. Then x is equal to minus 2 pi over 3. Then multiply with 2. So let us cancel out the 2. Therefore, the value of x is negative pi over 3. So now our x is negative pi over 3. So the phase shift now is equal to negative pi over 3. Okay, so this is using formula c over b. And this is also negative pi over 3. So we must realize later on when we want to graph, the graph will start a little bit on our left side. Okay, because this side here is negative. So don't worry about that, we'll see that later. Now let's focus on subinterval. So what is the subinterval? The formula is t over 4, so let's take our period pi, divide by 4, therefore our subinterval later on will be pi over 4. Now we know our graph will start at negative pi over 3, then we'll have a few values here. This is the first subinterval, this is adding the second subinterval, next one is adding the third subinterval, and last one, this is the final one. So how to calculate from the first one to our last one, going through one period, which is pi. So how to find the final coordinate of x here? Just take the phase shift minus pi over 3 and then just plus the period pi, so it is 2 pi over 3. So let's write. So the biggest x coordinate that we will graph later on is 2 pi over 3. So how to get all of this value here? Just add up with our subinterval pi over 4. So let me show you here from our phase shift negative pi over 3 until lastly we'll get the final one 2 pi over 3. So let's start from phase shift. Let's plus the subinterval, minus pi over 3 plus pi over 4, plus another pi over 4, plus another pi over 4, and plus another pi over 4. You should get this value here. Now let's straight away graph, open the x-axis, y-axis, and also origin. So now let's straight away put in our coordinates. Okay, we already know our x-coordinate here, negative pi over 3. The second one is still negative, negative pi over 12. The next one is a positive, so it should be here, pi over 6. Another one is 5 pi over 12. And the last one is 2 pi over 3. So again, let's look at the equation. This is cos, and we don't have any negative sign in front, so just draw a normal cos, which is the shape of the bowl. So let's start with this coordinate here. We should start from up here. So this coordinate is negative pi over 3, 3 over 4. Okay, so just go down and then go up again. So we'll stop here. Let us label. This is our one period. Okay. So one period is this one, so the total of one period is pi. Don't forget to put in your y coordinate. Lowest one is negative 3 over 4, the highest one is 3 over 4. Then we can also check whether we are on the right track or not. Just take the highest x coordinate minus the lowest x coordinate, and then you just take 2 pi over 3 minus pi over 3. You should get the value of period, one period, which is pi. So this is the graph of 3/4 cos 2x plus 2 pi over 3. So next you can try a few exercises from your workbook. First of all, 25A. Just find the amplitude, period, and phase shift, then graph. So be careful, this is sine, so you must draw a sine graph. And in front here is minus. Make sure you reflect the graph towards your x-axis. Next one, y equal to 5 cos 2x minus pi over 2. So this is a graph of cos. You don't have any negatives, so just draw a graph of cos like the shape of a bowl. Number 26 is a bit difficult. Okay, y is equal to 3 sine negative pi over 2 minus 3 pi x. Okay, be careful, we don't want a negative b. What we should do is we can just factorize out minus inside the bracket. So when we factor out minus, make sure you put x in front so that later on we can compare with our general equation of graph. Okay, so what we should do with this negative, let's open up using even odd property. Sine negative theta is negative sine theta. So just take this negative outside using the odd property. So when you have factorized out minus, therefore now you can compare with the general equation of the graph y equal to a sine in bracket bx minus c. So you can see what is your a, you can see your b, and later on you can find phase shift and so on. Finally, you can graph the function of sine.